Hey everybody, welcome back to Mike's Wooden Things and Stuff, and welcome to 2022. Special effects, fireworks, graphic. It's time for my New Year's resolutions, the 2022 edition of what I'm hoping to accomplish this year in the shop. Last year I did very well. I did 86.25%. Or something. Somebody told me in the comment section what the percentage was that I was successful. And this year, I don't think I'm quite as ambitious this year. And the tone of the resolutions has changed from specific projects I want to do to a couple of specific skills that I want to try and develop. I want to try and then develop. And there's a few more in the businessy side of things, and a few less in terms of shop improvements, because my shop at this point is in a pretty good place. But let's go through them. We can commit to some things that we want to accomplish, and then you guys can keep me accountable throughout the year and keep asking me why I haven't fixed my shop stool. Let's get into it. We'll start with the overarching resolution that just kind of blankets all of the others. Let's go. So last year, one of my resolutions was to minimize and mitigate the damage that I do to myself out here, whether that's physical damage from contact with tools, or damage to my back from standing on concrete, or damage to my lungs from inhaling sawdust. This year, I'm kind of boiling all of that down into stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Because I think that is kind of the overarching goal of being out here in the shop, is to stay happy. That's what the shop is about. It's about being happy. I love being out here, making stuff, sharing it with you guys. Stay healthy and stay safe covers those other things. And it's also kind of become a catchphrase for this channel. So that's the overarching resolution for the year, is to stay happy, stay healthy, and stay safe. But the rest of them are broken down into the three categories like we did last year. Shop resolutions, project resolutions, which I'm now calling project/technique resolutions. And then last year I called it channel resolutions. This year I'm calling it business/channel resolutions. So let's go through those. We'll start with shop resolutions, go into project technique, and then we'll go into business and channel at the end, because I know that some people are not really interested in the sort of inside baseball back end stuff. So they can leave at that point. All right. Shop resolution number 1. Replace that mess. The bench that has my oscillating belt sander, my drill press, and this pegboard situation on the south wall of my shop needs to become a functioning workstation of some kind. I might build another workbench to put over there. I might just build some plywood cabinets and put a top on it, but there needs to be a cabinet on the wall instead of pegboard. There still needs to be a spot for my shop fridge underneath it, but that needs to become more functional. So that'll be probably the main upgrade to the shop throughout the year, is figuring out what's going on over there. Shop resolution number 2 is to finish the sharpening station, which is also on that wall. I guess this is the year of that wall. The sharpening station still doesn't have doors and drawers in it. The grinder is still just sitting there on top. The Wolverine sharpening jig is not installed, and it's kind of just become like this piece of furniture over in the corner with the grinder on it, instead of like a functional workspace. So sharpening station area is shop resolution number 2. Shop resolution number 3 is to, I'm hesitant to say this because I don't really want it to be a resolution. I want to paint the walls out here. It's this seafoam green, but only in places where there weren't things when they painted it, and I don't like it. And I have to do something about it eventually. But that means taking all the cabinets down off the wall, taking all the lumber off the racks, taking the lumber racks off, painting the shop, and then putting everything back up. So let's say that paint the shop is not a resolution. It's a bonus resolution. If I do it, I get bonus points at the end of the year because I really don't picture it happening. I would like it to happen, but I'm not resolving to make it happen this year, which is what resolutions are. They are things you are resolving to do. And I'm not resolving to paint the shop this year, but it would really be nice, I gotta say. It's like a seafoam green. Not ideal. Let's go to project/technique resolutions next. So like I said, last year it was segmented bowl, a project that involved poured epoxy, and make my first guitar. So this year it's more like something with poured epoxy than it is like a guitar, in that I would like to do something that involves power carving. So like angle grinder and carving disc and like chips flying. Power carving project. Oh, not a power carving project. A project that involves power carving. Project number 1. Project/technique number 1. Project/technique number 2. Something that involves router-based inlay. I would like to incorporate some inlay into a few things here and there. And I think the easiest way to go about that is to cut out what you're going to inlay, trace it on, route out a spot for it to go in, and then put it in. So sometime this year, I'm going to do a router-based inlay in something. That's number 2. Project technique resolution number 3 is to fix the shop stool. My stool is in 2 pieces, and even the 2 pieces themselves are in not good shape, and people have been bugging me. It's kind of a running joke on the channel that I need to do something about the shop stool. So project resolution number 3 is new shop stool. I am actually going to design and create a new shop stool, and I'm going to make it in a way that it could be a shop stool or an in-your-home bar height stool for a counter. And then we'll get into what I'm going to do with that project in the business/channel resolution section, which is up next. Okay, business/channel resolution number 1 is to start creating and selling plans for the projects that I'm doing out here. It's not frequent, but it's frequent enough that people ask me if I have a set of plans that they could purchase for the thing that I'm making. So I'm going to learn SketchUp. I'm going to start making plans for stuff. The first of that stuff is going to be my shop stool. I'm going to learn SketchUp. I'm going to design it in SketchUp, and I'm going to have a set of plans that is going to be for sale to accompany the video that I do on designing and creating my shop stool. And that is business/channel resolution number 1. Start making plans that you guys can buy. We're on business. Business/channel resolution number 2 is to once again continue my live show. It was a resolution last year and I did really good. 48 live shows last year. This year, I don't know if it's going to be that many. I might take a few more weeks off here and there. But I'm going to go for at least 40 live shows this year. Saturday nights, 5:30 Pacific. We usually turn something. Come by and hang out. It's fun. Business resolution number 3 is a carryover from 2021, and that's to get some merch made for putting in the Etsy store and selling, like coffee cups and t-shirts and beer cozies and stuff like that. Stuff with my logo on it that people can buy to support the show and get something in return, other than just the feel goodness of helping out a great dude. Coffee cups and shirts and stuff are going into the store at some point this year. It's really the most major of the resolutions from last year that I didn't do. So that's the big carryover from this year. Number 4 business/channel resolution is quality over quantity, which I don't know if that's going to make people happy or not. But I think I'm gonna do fewer projects and better, bigger projects. So I don't know if that's gonna be a positive for people or not. But instead of doing a ton of little things and putting a ton of project videos out into the world, I'm gonna do better, bigger projects. I'm gonna film them better. I'm shooting in 4K next year with my new camcorder. This year. So quality over quantity for the projects. Having said that, I still want to get videos out into the world. So I want to go back to a couple of years ago. I had a series of like tool talkies where I talk about the tools that are doing good work in the shop for me these days, or what I'm going to upgrade, or how I use a thing. So I'm going to do like a tools and tips regular feature that is going to supplement the better, bigger projects in terms of continuing to get content out into the world. But they're just way easier to make. And in terms of like the return on investment, time versus watch hours, it just makes way more sense from a business perspective to do like, these are my favorite pencils, they're great, and put it out into the world. And it takes me like an hour to do the entire video and edit it and get it out into the world. It gets the same number of views, the same hours of views as like I took 6 months to make a guitar. So there's going to be some give and take in terms of that ratio of things. Bigger, better projects filmed in higher definition, but less frequently, but probably more videos overall, because I'm going to do a lot of little talkies like this. And the last business/channel resolution of the year, I want to start a podcast. I think podcasts are cool. They're great. I listen to podcasts most of the time. When you see in my videos, I got my earbuds in and I'm doing work and stuff. There's probably podcasts happening in there. I like podcasts as background things. If you commute, podcasts are great. If you can't always be watching a thing, but you can be listening to a thing. So at some point this year, I'm gonna start a podcast. There are some discussions taking place in terms of partners in this, but nothing is set in stone yet, so I don't really want to be doing like big announcement on that yet. But stay tuned. There's a podcast in the works. And that is it. That is a lot. I don't think they're as big and grandiose in terms of resolutions, but there are more of them. And I think they're all doable. Last year's resolutions probably weren't really doable. I mean, I forced my way through and got them done. But like the segmented turning was like, okay, it's Christmas. I have to make a segmented turning still this year. But then again, I mean, the guitar took 5 months. So, I don't know. That's my list. stay tuned. Stay with me. I love having you guys around. I love that you watch and you support, and we have Saturday night shows are fun. If you haven't come, we're building a nice little community here, and I'm glad for those who are a part of it, and you're all welcome. So that's it for this one. Happy New Year. Happy 2022. Let me know if you've got resolutions down in the comments. You got resolutions? Let us know. We'll keep you accountable. All right. Stay happy, stay healthy, stay safe. Welcome to 22. All right.